Good morning. My name is Coach Derek Easter. I am going to be recording my lesson for our girls conditioning course. Today we're going to be working on a volleyball court. We're going to start with some basic fundamentals. We're going to start with passing. The girls have already stretched, so we'll skip the stretching session. What we'll do is we'll go into passing. I'm going to demonstrate it first, and then what I'll do is I'll have them show me, if they have any questions, they can ask me any questions, and then I'll have them demonstrate. And once I feel that they have an understanding, we can move on to the next drill. I'll basically be breaking down every drill that we'll be doing. All right, the first thing, can I get a ball and get a partner, please? All right, Casey, you want to be my partner? All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, hey, just wait and listen. Hey, you can't learn anything if you're not listening, right? Stop getting involved. Thank you. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is called partner passing. Either I can pass it first or I can toss it for a pass to my partner, which is I'm gonna toss her the ball, she's gonna bump the ball. Bump it, I'm gonna bump it, she can set it, but the main thing is we wanna bump back and forth. Right now we're just gonna stick to bumping, okay? So, does anybody have any questions on how we're gonna do bumping? Any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab a partner, grab a ball on a partner. Your partner? Yeah. You want to play her? Okay. All right, so since we have an odd number, we'll have 3 in one group. Emily, come here, ball. Oh, wait. All right, go ahead. We're going to start with bumping, okay? Let's go, bump. All right, this pass is basically the basic pass of the game of volleyball, which is called bump. This is initially as the team serves to you. The first pass that you're going to have is usually a bump. And so this is why, and it helps them with moving around, getting their feet set, keeping their arms straight, get a good platform. And you see, slide with it. There's different things that you do with it. Good. Gotta move them feet, Mackenzie. Move those feet. All right, hold the ball. All right, next thing we're gonna do is called setting. All right, setting. Basically, you wanna be my partner? All right, stay right there. So you wanna step towards your passer, the person that you're passing to, and you want your pass to be high. It's a two-handed pass. This is a bump. Setting is over your head, step into the pass, high pass. Catch it. Good. This pass is important for if you want to set up your hitters, which we'll go through. We'll have a drill a little bit later on that shows you how all this coincides together. But this is to help our hitters get ready to hit the ball. So this is basically a lob pass to help them hit the ball. All right, does anybody have any questions about setting? This group of 3, spread out a little bit more. Callie, you're fine. Emily, that's good. Mackenzie, good. Okay. All right, who's your partner? Who did I set the ball for? Okay. All right, go ahead. Let's start with setting. Let's go. Good. High passes, high passes. Good. Good. High. Good job. All right. The reason why we do this pass is because it's essential to set up our hitters. We don't want to keep bumping the ball around the court because it makes it easier for the other team to get easier points. We don't want that to happen in volleyball. So we teach them to basically set up our hitters. And as I said, we're going to do a drill later on to show you why we're doing the setting. Now, as you can, usually in volleyball, you have designated what's called setters. There's a position called a setter. But in this grade level, which these are 8th graders, you want to go ahead and try to have kids to be able to do everything on the court. You want to have everybody be able to pass, bump, and kill if you can. Now, obviously, if they're a little bit shorter, they're not going to be jumping over the net to kill, but you still want to try to train them the right way because that way they can play any position possible. All right, hold the ball. All right, now we're gonna go over serving. Now, everybody has a different serve approach, but this is basically how you can win a volleyball game. If you can serve the ball, you can win a volleyball game. All right, girls, come on this end and observe it. Come on, hustle down here, hurry up. All right, so this red line right here, we cannot step on or over this red line or it's a violation in the game. So the way that I teach my girls is some of them, I have them take a further step back, or I can have them at a designated spot and they can just take one step and swing. Now, everybody has different approaches on how they serve, so it's basically what works for you at this point. Me, I can do it a multitude of ways. There's also, some people have what's called jump serve, and you'll see a few of them. So, the main thing is a good toss. You want to have a good toss, not too high, not too low. You want to be able to step into your swing, and that's out of bounds. But the main thing is, this is the key to basically starting to play in volleyball. If you can't serve the ball, you automatically lose points. So this is a very important drill as well. All right, everybody, anybody got any questions about serving? You sure? So I should have, let's see, 8. I should have 11 for 11 when we get the ball over, right? You sure? Y'all want to bet on that? No. Oh, y'all ain't got no confidence in yourself. All right, everybody get a ball. We'll go one by one.
There's not enough here, they're all flat.
Well, let's go shag and roll it back to the ones that don't have a ball. All right, go ahead and start. Casey's up first. Ooh.
Here.
Good job. Good. 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 Who's up? Let's go. Good. And last one should be Emily. Good. All right, so 8 out of 11 is not bad, but as you can see, even the ones that didn't get theirs over, it made it to the net. So that's a good thing. We know that they have the strength, they just have to fix their mechanics. So the 3 that didn't get theirs over, I want you to go again, okay? So that's Nyla, Casey, and Emily Chisholm. All right, Casey's up first. Good, there we go. You got yours over, why'd you go again? You got yours over, why'd you go again? Good job, Nala. Good. All right, so that just basically shows everybody has, they have the serving part down, they have the strength, they have the mechanics, they have the toss, which is a perfect indicator that they can do this consistently. The thing that we practice, we take about maybe 5 to 7 minutes per day to work on serving. Now, usually we do it a little bit faster, so I'll show you how we do it a little bit faster. Split up, split up. We're gonna go through how we normally go through. Hustle, let's go, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, give me one more. This one, that's fine. Let's go, who's up first? This is just to show how fast it goes. Let's go, next side. Good. Watch your feet, Mackenzie. All right, so basically this is usually, like I said, we do this about 5 or 7 minutes. They usually alternate ends, that way they're not serving out, everybody's not serving on one end of the court. So this is just, like I said, a way for us to basically start the play. We can't start the play if we can't serve. If we can't serve, that's a point for the team. So this is a big part of what we do every day as well. All right, next thing we're gonna do, now we're going to transition to where we put the setting pass that we used earlier. We're going to build that, and we're going to line up what we call our hitters to basically spike the ball. All right, can somebody toss me a pass, please? Can I get a setter over here so I can demonstrate on camera? Hold the ball. All right, so in volleyball, there are 6 positions. There's 3 front row hitters, there's 3 back row passers in most cases. In the hitter's case, all their job is to do is to just go hit the ball. Hit the ball, what we mean by hit the ball is it could either be a spike, which means you're gonna hit the ball and drive it into the ground. It could be a tip, which is basically just tipping it over the net with a soft hand. Or you can do what's called a push. It's just like a set pass, except you're pushing it to the back row. You're trying to push it as far away from the net as possible. So what we're gonna work on though is just primarily spiking the ball, or it's called kills. So I have a passer here, we're gonna have a passing line, and then I'm gonna demonstrate what we're supposed to do as the hitter. Now, all of my hitters, I always have them start at this red line. That way they can gather. That way, even if it's a bad pass, they still have a way to adjust because they're back off the net. Also, another rule that I have set for my hitters are they're not supposed to move until the pass is made by the setter. Okay? You can come in close. You ready? I'm not. Cause I'm old. Go. Again, you have to jump above the net, spike the ball into the ground. Now, primarily, you want to keep your body square to the net. That way you can either hit that way or you can have the availability of the whole court. So, all right, give me my passes in this line right here. Let's go, put the ball in the rack. Somebody bring me the rack, not toss the ball. Successful passes and hits. Once you get 4 successful passes and hits, the next passer will come on, the hitters you're going to continuously rotate, and you're going to go shag the ball and put it back in the rack, okay? All right, remember, her right hand is on the inside, right? So you want to have a shorter pass to the inside, so you use the right hand, right? Good, good. Good job. Good. also is every pass isn't going to be perfect. Do we want to teach them to make a high pass every single time? Absolutely. But we're human, we make mistakes, we're not perfect, we're not robots. So I also teach them to make hitting adjustments just like the last hit. All right, so that's 4 consecutive passes. Let's go, next passage. Khalid, you gonna go over there too. Good. Hey, swing and hit the ball. That's one. Good, Noah. One more. Good job. You got time, Mackenzie. Swing with a strong hand. All right, next pass, up. Ready? That's all right. Coming off the weekend, you know? Good. Make it hard. Good. Good job. Good job. Sorry. Got the top part. Gotta get it over, right? There we go. Hey, jump. It's okay if you jump. I promise you won't get in trouble. All right, last pass. Good. 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 All right, you got a strong hand. You got to get up there. Just fall up out. All right, good pass. Going again. I still got good pass. There you go. All right, hey, Calvin. You don't want to, remember, you don't want to jump. You're jumping this way, and you're swinging this way. Now, even if the pass is a little bit over, that's fine. Take the hop over and still attack. You can still attack from the outside. Okay? You know what you need, bro. Ready? There we go. Good job. By the time you hit the ball, I can't call you this though. Good adjustment.
Can you like give me some like momentum? Little passes. I need a little higher and like yeah. There you go.
That's still. I know my part. You can go.
Okay.
Good, that's better. Hey, you're strong. Push the ball over in front of you. Right? Push the ball, right? That's good. That's perfect. Good job. Hey, same thing. Hey, you gotta use. You're strong.
I know.
You're holding back. You're holding back. Right? Look. Well, you know, go ahead. There we go. Good. All right. Good. All right. Last one. You got it. Good.
That's all.
Good. There you go, Mackenzie. Good. Good adjustment. Don't get off your back quick. Stop being that tall. Okay? All right. Now, as you see the hitters are coming from this spot. This is one of the 3 spots that they hit. You can also come from the middle spot where the cart is standing, as well as over there where the passers are. So usually what we do is we usually rotate the hitters to different spots, and rotate the passers to different spots on the court as well. That way they can get accustomed to make sure that they're not learning how to pass only to one side of the court. We're gonna fast forward a little bit now. We only have 6 people. We only have 11 people. We're gonna do serve receive. I can play. All right, so serve receive. Good question. So serve receive is basically you're scrimmaging. Now you're putting all this together. You're putting serving together. You're putting bump, set, and hit together. And now you're also playing defense and basically trying to get the ball over, back, and forth. Usually we would do this with all of our players, but we only have 11 here today, so we have a few absent. So I'll step in and play. If I hurt myself, don't laugh. But basically, this is basically getting them game experience. Now they have to learn how to move on the court together as a unit, who's going to get what, different rotations, and I won't go into go deep into what the rotations mean and things of that sort. But basically, we're going to have 3 on the front, 3 on the back. We'll have a designated passer, which will be a setter, and then we'll have our designated. Whoever's on the front row will be our designated hitters, although the majority of them are not hitters. But we'll use what we have today. So, all right, the way serve receive works. Go ahead and split up. Over here. So basically what's going to happen is, usually what happens is we have someone toss the ball. Well, I usually toss the ball if we have enough players, but unfortunately we don't have enough players. So today we're going to serve. Let's see something. Just trying to see what time it was, but it's okay. All right, so Diana, you want to serve first? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah. Try to get the second pass, but if you can't get it, you got to okay? No, that's okay. You got a second pass. Alright, real quick. So, as you can see on that first play, we got a bump, we got a set, and we had an attempt for a hit, but that's something that she can improve on. She'll be fine. She's just getting warmed up. it. How much time?
25.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming fast.
Ooh, hey, oh, hey, now, you don't have to swing. Just keep your body behind it, pop it up in the air.
Good job.
All right, so basically, as you can see, back and forth, you've seen some of the things that we worked on today. You see the bumping, although my bumps suck, obviously I need to practice more. But you saw setting, you saw hitting, basically everything that we built on from the beginning with the passing to the hitting, serving, all of these things work, they coincide together to build basically a team that you can try to win games with. So that's the end of my presentation. Have a great day.